So I'm going to record this lecture and I'm going to open my PyCharm and I'm going to make a file with the name of game. So we are going to have a car race game, car game. So I'm going to have a file. So here I'm going to have, okay. Now here I'm going to have import pygame, which is very important for the game design. Now I'm going to import time because the time is very important to be noted. Now I'm going to create a random road for our car. So it's random for creating a road. Okay. Now what's important to us is pygame dot init. Here we have to access the game in our system. Now display. Now I'm going to add a display to my screen. So it's like a display width, which is equals to, I'm going to assign a display width is 800. Now I'm going to have a size of my display. It's display height, and which is going to be like 600. So it's standard for our display. Now what color of block do you need to appear? So the black one is the easy one. So I'm going to appear the black block. So I'm going to have a black block with the color combination of 0-0, and my background. So I need my background on which my blocks will be appeared. So it's white, and white color are 255, 255, and 255. Now I need to create a huddle or a line to my compiler or to my interface. So I'm going to have a line which, or a wall, you can say. I'm going to create a wall. So when my car strikes to my wall, my game will be over. So it will be in red, 2550, 0. Now the important part, what will be my car width? So it will be car underscore width will be like 73, and 70 is just a number, so we can have our car easily be driven on our road. So now the most important thing, the game display. Now we are going to create game display, through which we are going to create a display of our game. Create game display. So game display, which we are going to have from pygame dot display dot set underscore mode. Now I'm going to assign the ratio. So it will be assigned above. It's display width, comma, display height. So we have a display of our game. Now I'm going to assign a caption to my car, and it's like pygame dot display. What kind of display do we need? It's just a window inside my display. So I'm going to have a set caption, and it's like, and I'm going to have a name. It's Umar Games or Umar's game. So it will be your game. So Umar's game. Now I'm going to start a clock through which I'm able to calculate my time. What time do I have while playing the game. Now, the important part which you need to note down, because when I'm going to say to change the image of the car, you just have to use this syntax into the whole program. Now just you have to write it down. It's like car img, which is equals to py game dot image dot load, and now I'm going to have an image with a race, R-A-C-E, race car dot png.
You're going too fast.
I'm going to stop here for a while so you can easily write it down.
Image. One minute. Nearly finished. Okay, you can continue.
Okay, for now, we are going to go to the Google and find the image of a car, like car or car.png. Just you have to type car png on Google. So you'll have the image of the cars. Okay, so I'm going to use the car with the PNG image. So what car we are going to use? It's like this car is good. This one, yep. This one we are going to good. So it need to be very careful that what car we are going to have, it's in the PNG stage. So PNG is going to help us. So what car we are going to have? That car will be good if it will appear in the PNG, like totally. Let's see, because we don't even need the background of a car. So let's see if we have this car in the PNG format. So I'm going to pick it, like open in a new tab and find, oh yes, it's in PNG. So I'm going to click it right and save image as car on my desktop. So we shall check the extension. So yes, it's in PNG. So I'm going to save it. Now I have a image of car with the PNG. So I'm going back to my PyCharm and going to drag this image towards my folder. So this is my car, and I'm going to drag this over here, and it will show me a message, and I click OK. So I have to check, do I have this car? So I'm going to click yes, and yes, I have this car with this image. So we shall have this car, and it's like okay. So let's see, or I do have this car as well. So we are going to use this car, and do we need it to resize it? I guess we don't even need to resize this car. So I'm going to have it like a car. If we need to resize the image, so we have to go to the desktop and find that image where we have that car. Okay, where it just go? Okay, it's totally drag into it. Okay, so let's see if we're going to have to skew the image. Otherwise, we are good to go. Now, I'm going to define what sort of my function or her keys will do. What my keys will do. So I'm going to define things because I need to move my car. So I'm going to define thing x axis, thing y on my y axis. Why? Because left, right, up and down. So X and Y will be up and down, and right, left, W, and width and thing with H. Right, left, WH, and I'm going to define the color that is totally white, because I'm not going to give any color to my car now, so it's totally white. Now I'm going to image of my car and the block with this function. I'm going to create image and block of my car. So I'm going to have, okay, so here we have py game dot draw dot rect. Now I have the game display, and in it,
Can you wait there for a second? Because can you remove that thing there?
oh,
Yeah.
this one. Okay.
Yeah, can you just wait there for a second? I just want to do something really quick with it.
Is it good?
I want to write it down just to see if it works if I try it. So
that is just only a comment. It doesn't work on anything. This is just only a compliment which I'm going to write to make you sure that what we are going to be do. Okay?
okay.
Whatever we write in hash, you don't have to write it down as it is. Okay?
No, I'm not writing the thing in hash.
Yes, you don't have to. I'm writing is for your convenience, that afterwards, if you are going to try to make another game like this, so you know what kind of display and what you shall have to do while making a game. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But can I write the rest of it
Like what?
like except the hash? Can I write the rest of it down?
Yes. Like without a hash, you just have to write whole thing if you can. Okay?
I'm writing it down. Can you wait for a second?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Game dot time dot rocking them down. And then 1 minute. Def ING def things DE DHINGX comma THINGY comma space THINGW comma THINGH comma THING comma color UR and then bracket shot this and pygame dot draw dot RECT that bracket game display. Okay.
Okay. Now, for the display and the color of my car, I'm going to show here. Then I'm going to move my car with thing X, move up, Move down, thing Y. Okay. Okay. That's then thing W for right. Uh-oh. For right and thing H for left. Now, I'm going to have a display for my car on my x-axis and on my y-axis. So I'm going to show how my car will say it on display. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to show the display of my car. It's like define car and on x-axis and y. So I can move my car on these two axes. So now game display dot build init BLIT build the car image in X and Y. Now I'm going to have the objects, the text objects. I'm going to define text underscore objects, which means I'm going to show something when my game start or when my car hit with the wall. So I'm going to have some text with some font on it. Now, what kind of text? So my text surface is like font dot I'm going to find with the render means while playing a game, it will appear again and again and again. So I'm going to have a text render so I can easily make it happen while moving my car. So it's text, comma, true, comma, black. So it will appear, my text will appear in black color. Now I'm going to return text surface and text surface dot get underscore red. So it's a sort of a function for me to get anything from my text. Now, when my car hits to a surface or an object which is coming from the above, I will show the tasks or the material in a large texture form that my car crashed, smashed, hit with the block. So I'm going to define my text or a message. So define message underscore display in the text formation. Now, I'm going to show a large text that will appear in my whole screen. So I'm going to have large text, which is equals to pgame dot font. I'm going to use dot
Can
font.
you wait?
You're writing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that program will not gonna work on your system. You know that, no?
Yeah, I know that. I'm just writing it down so like when we fix it, I won't have to write the entire thing again. I can just.
Yes. No, you don't have to write the entire thing because you'll have the program by me.
But then I'll have to write it because
Uh,
you.
no, when I said to write something because that is important for your assignment, then you have to, okay?
I did write that.
Okay. Now I'm going to have the text formation. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to write a text formation. It's like while playing a game, there is some sort of fancy text appear on the screen. So we are going to have the same text like freestyle. It's like free Sinbon. So it's a category of text font which we are going to have. Now I'm going to define the size of the text. What size my text will appear on my screen. So I'm going to have in some pixels. So I'm going to define 115, the pixel formation of my text. Now I'm going to make sure that my text will appear on my screen. So I'm going to have text surface. So it's sort of a function to me, comma, text which is equals to text underscore object. And now objects, what kind of objects? Our car image which we uploaded, it's like our first object, and our second object is Umar's game. So my first object is about text, which is going to be displayed Umar's game, and the second one is the large text, which will show us our game will be over, or our car will be crashed with some wall. Now, I'm going to define text react where I'm going to define the center. When my game starts, my car will automatically come into the center. Now, I'm going to have a display of my car. So it's display width divided by 2 y2, because I'm going to divide my screen into two portions like this. And now height, display height also divided by 2. Why? Because I'm going to have the same system for my display. Like I'm going to divide my height like this. So I'm going to divide my display in 4 parts. 1, 2. So it will appear 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to divide my display in the 4 parts. Now the display. My game will appear on your screen, on the screen. So I'm going to have a game display dot built-in, like I'm going to find a built-in texture function in which I'm going to have the text surf and the text react. How my key presses, so it will show in react, like the things right, left, or up, down, right, and left, it will appear with the help of text react. How I'm going to react with my key. Now, every time when my game display a box coming from the above, it will show us a display updated. So I'm going to have an updated display dot update. So my display will be updated accordingly. I'm going to give a time for a second, and I'm going to give 2 seconds of a time. Then the other box will appear on the screen. Now I'm going to have a game loop so that my game will appear again and again and again and again. So I'm going to define a game loop as well. Now, what will happen when my car crashes or bang into a wall. So I'm going to define when my car crash, what will happen. I'm going to display a message on my screen. It's my car crashes. So message underscore display. Here I'm going to define you crashed your car. So you crashed your car or you crashed. That's a simple one. Now it will display me within the game loop while I'm going to define a game loop. So I have on the X side, as I told you, we divide our display in 4 portions. So we have an X portion in which I'm going to define the width of my car loop. So it will be like display width multiplied by 0.45. Why 0.45? Because if we look at the image of the car, it shows us like the dimension of the car is very big. So dimensions of the car is very big. It will show us in the formation of 900 into 1083. So while you cross on 400, it always be like we have to we multiply the game display with 0.45 if we have a display more than 400. Now height. So y is equals to, I'm going to define the display height in which my car appears. So it will be like 80%. So 0.8 of my display will be used by the height. Now, what if my car strikes to some block or something? So my x will change into 0. My x will change in 0. It will show me my car crashes somewhere. Now I'm going to define thing when my car starts, start x. So I'm going to show random boxes appear on the screen. So random range will be like 0 to display width. So my objects will be displayed according to my screen size. Now I'm going to define thing start y, which is also equal to minus 600. Why? Because of my boxes, it's in black color, and I'm going to define while my car is going up, so it will be displayed in 6. Now, I'm going to define my car speed, how fast my car will be go. So I'm going to have 7. It's like 70 kilometer per hour in real time. So my car speed, think speed, is equal to 7. So it's my car speed. Now, the other thing is the car width. So it will be like 100, and the car height will appear is equals to 100 once again. Now, what if my car strikes my game? And no, I'm going to make sure that my game will automatically restart. Then I'm going to say game exit is equals to false. So when my car strikes to something, my game will be restart once again from now. Till then, while not game exit till my game is played. I'm going to make sure that my keys are working good. Now, I'm going to have to access my keys up, down, right, and left. I'm going to access my keys up and down, right and left. For that, I'm going to make sure for event in pgame that will be appear in event dot get. So I'm going to have my event in which I'm going to have my keys. When I'm going to press up, my car will go up. When I press right and left. So I'm going to restrict my car on right and left buttons, not up and down, because while creating a blocks, it's just we have to move our car on right and left for our time being. Now, if event dot type. So what type of event do we going to create is for left button. Well, when we are going to press the left button, our car will move left. So it's like pgame dot quit. While I'm going to press a button, my game set to my compiler that you have to quit all other operation and just you have to move my car on the left side. So it's like play dot quit and quit. So this will make me sure that when I press my left key, my car will go left. So I'm going to have an event that type, which makes me to move my car on the left side, then key down. When I'm going to press a key, which means a key down, while you're pressing the key, the function called a key down. When you press a key, it's key down, and my car will go to the left side. Key, which is equals to pygame dot k underscore left. So that will make me sure that my car move towards left when the key press left. X underscore change. Now my value will be changed to -5. When I press the key left, my value will be -5. When I press the key right, if if event dot key equals to pygame dot key down, and when I'm going to press right, I'm going to have right key right, nothing else, key underscore right. So my car will move towards right. Now, again, my x value will be -5. When I move my car left, my x value will be -5. When my car move right, my x value will be again -5. Now, when I don't press the key, when I move up back to my key, it will say event dot type. Now I'm going to have, when my key is up, pygame dot key up. When my key is up, but when I'm not pressing my key, so it doesn't perform any function. So it will show me a 0 value if event dot key never presses. When I'm not going to press my key left or right, left or the right key, if I'm not going to press any key, or event dot key py game dot key right, while I'm not pressing any key, my x value will be 0. My x is equals to 0. When I'm not pressing any key, my x will be 0. Now I'm going to display my function. So what will happen if I'm not going to press any key? So my x will be plus x underscore change. My x will be increase the display. Now my game display, which will be fill with the white color, fill white. So I'm going to have a white color on my background yet. Now I'm going to print the blocks, the cube, or you can say the huddles, which will be appear in front of our car. So it will be like things bracket things underscore start x, comma things underscore start y, comma thing width, comma thing height. So it will appear the huddle or the block, and it will in the black color. Now I'm going to define the speed of my car according to that cube. So thing start from y is equals to plus speed. So it will increase the speed when my block comes near to my car. My car speed will be increased. Now I'm going to display car x and y. Now the most important thing, my functions. If x is greater than display width minus car width, or x is less than 0, crash. My car will crash. My car smash, crash. And it will show us a message that our car crashes. Now, if not, if our car is working smoothly, then it will like if thing starts y is greater than display height and thing start y is equals to 0, that minus thing height. Like it's like if my car strikes to my wall, what message will be appear? The crash of my car. So my block will appear randomly. So I'm going to say thing start x is equals to randomly regenerate the new boxes. Random dot rearrange the new boxes, which starts from 0, display width. So it will always rearrange my boxes. Now, if I cross one block, it will appear that I cross the block. So if y is less than thing starts from y plus thing height, it will say, I'm going to print a message, Omar's car pass the hurdle. Umar's car passed the hurdle. What if you are going to cross the car from the start? So it will show if X is thing start from X and X is greater than, it's like the size of your car is greater than the size of your display plus the size of your screen, then, or one thing more, we can write the car size, or X plus the car width, which will be greater than your device size or the image. So we are going to write thing start from X and X plus car underscore width. So it will appear a message print Umar's car hit and then crash or car crashes. Now I'm going to display the game part, the most important game part. I'm going to have another function as well, so we can write it here, and that will be like, we have the things start X from the x-axis plus thing width. That will show us a message or car strikes towards the wall. Okay, we are good to go. Now, it will show us our car hits. So pygame.display, I'm going to have a display update. I'm going to have a display update and my clock stuck for 60 seconds. For 60 seconds, for a minute. Now, I'm going to have an update and I'm going to play game loop pygame dot quit, games quit, when I'm going to stop it and quit. Now I'm going to start my program. It's like the car game. I'm going to start it. So let's see what will appear. Okay, one argument and a two sequence in the game display mode. Okay, the game display. Okay, what is in the 89? Okay, so game display is actually, okay, we missed a bracket over here and here. And rewrite it, start it again. And yes, now here our car, and which is actually in the huge state. Okay, so we can change the car image. So we can play this game. So I'm going to have a car image other than this. So I'm going to change it in race car. So let's see. Okay, now we have a car which actually smashed to our wall. So it will, you see, you crashed. Okay, so it will again, you crash. So I'm going to have a car game once again. Okay, restart it. I'm going to restart the game. Okay, restart it. As you see, when it strikes the wall, it will restart once again. So this is our cube. I'm going to restart the game, so it will make me sure that my game is working correctly. So I'm going to restart my game, and here it starts. So you can see the blocks, it appear. Okay, and I'm crashed. And again the blocks, and I crashed. So this is how we made a simple game in a Python. Got it? And
Got it.
we crashed it again. Okay,
We can't make it.
now this is how we make a game in our game in Python. This is a very bit, not a tricky, but a simple game. And I'm going to show Umar's game. It's not a tricky part. Like it will appear here, like it's like Umar's game. So our car will crosses each and every block. And when it strikes, it will show us we strike. And when I'm going to
Yeah.
hit the wall, it shows us you crashed. And it will restart the car again and we crashed again. Okay? So this is how we make a car game in Python. Do you like it? Hello? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how we make a car game. Now, your task. Now your first task is to change the image of the car here. So I'm going to write a comments to change the car image from this part.
What do you mean?
Just you have to replace the image. As I show you how to place an image in this
Yeah.
folder, just you have to replace the image. If you don't get it, then you have to let me know.
How do you do it again? Can you just double
Yes,
show
I'm
me?
going to. Yeah, okay. If you have an image over here with
Yeah.
anything, you just have to drag the image over this folder and click OK. Okay?
Okay.
Then write the name of the image which you have here. Like I have a car or a race car image, just I uploaded. So you just have to rename here with your image.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you have an image, so just you have to rename it. This is your first assignment, and your second assignment is you just have to change the color of your white to something else.
Like what color? Isn't there a code for different color?
Yes, you can do.
But what's the code for like if you do like?
I will, okay, like here I'm going to have a 0. So let's see, you just have to manipulate the numbers. You don't have to do anything else. So let's see what color do we have. So it's pink now. Okay?
Okay. So can you? So will this work on my Python?
I will make sure that this will work on your PyCharm as well. So I'm going to send an instruction as an exe file and a lot more so you can easily change and work with your assignments. So that's why I'm going to ask your father about it to change it at we are going to